today, we have someone who prioritized to take care of her family before her career. This episode will be amazing for those who are planning to be trailing expat wives and also include some parenting tips. Without any further ado, let's connect with her and hear her story. Please welcome Miss Anamika. Hi ma'am, how are you?
I'm doing great, Eshika. I hope you're doing great too.
Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. So, why don't you tell something about yourselves to our audience? Who you are, what you do?
I am 32-year-old, primarily right now a mother of two, a 6-year-old girl and a 1.5-year-old boy. A working woman. The struggles are same like every woman, children, home, work, parents, commitments, 100 roles that we handle every day.
The story you sent us did mention that you're also a trailing expat wife.
Yes, that's the most important story I would like to share with women here. I did my MBA in the year 2014, and after that, I started working, and I worked for about 3 to 4 years. I was working as an HR executive, and I got my promotions. Life was perfect. I was earning good. And then I got married. I got married quite early. I got married when I was 23, and then I was married to the right man, the perfect man, nice man, sweet man. And then he decided to, of course, for better opportunities to travel abroad, and I had to follow him.
But you mentioned that you had a flourishing career at that time. So, were you okay with the fact that you had to leave that behind?
Of course, I was not okay. Of course, I was not okay. But you know how it is for women; they are conditioned right from childhood. That career is secondary, building a home is primary. Okay, so I followed the same. I was no different.
Do you
I
believe
followed
in
that.
him?
Yes, I do believe it. I do believe in it. I very strongly, and not just believe in it, I very strongly believe in it. I feel if the right person comes in, it's irrespective of gender. When you meet the right person, uh, since you're very young, you're 10 years, no, you're 12 years younger to me, just now mark this somewhere, it's very important. When the right person comes in, no matter degree, no degree, what degree, which college, they just help you build and they help you grow. You'll grow leaps and bounds. And when the wrong person comes in, no matter, you may have graduated from an Ivy League or an IEM, an IIT, and then you'll be demolished. There won't be anything left. So I really believe that
You
the
do
right
believe
person
that having an identity of your own is important?
That's what I'm telling you. Let's not confuse between the two. Me leaving my husband, making a choice of that time that let me follow my husband to this did not mean that I was compromising on my identity. It was very clear in my head. Once I go there, I'll start working again. And thankfully, uh, it's so global now. It's not like the earlier times, that things are restricted to a country, a state, a city. The opportunities are global. You're interviewing me from Noida, you see, and I'm sitting in a slightly different time zone, and here we are talking to each other.
Yeah.
So I truly believed in the power even that time, that it's not going to hinder my growth. If I have it in me, I'm going to build it anywhere. And I think the opportunities are vast. I think we just have to open up our mind. Like if I would have been very stringent, that no, I'm not going to compromise on a certain amount of salary. I'm talking of the beginning phase, okay? Like I'm not going to compromise on a certain amount of salary or the kind of position that I had there. Then it would be a bit off.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it might have been difficult, but how was your experience, restarting your career in a completely different country?
it was very difficult. Okay, it's not just job. It's about when I came in here. Although I'm in Malaysia, okay, so it's not very far. We are extremely lucky that we could travel to India 2 times in a year. Like the airfares are all nominal, and but it's very difficult. Initially. Uh, I hope women watch this. It's very important when you come in. You not forget about job. You feel lost. You feel like a lost puppy. The language is so different, the clothing, the people, the facial features are so different.
Yeah.
Feel little lost. And I am somebody who's homesick. I am somebody who would cry for the mother even at the age of 20 when she would go on for a vacation. Okay, it was important for me to have those faces. Uh, but then we had made a joint decision. We wanted to start a family, and money is important. We all know that finances need to be in place. So finances were the main reason we decided that we money wise it was a good opportunity. So it's very challenging. You come here, no one, and then you start from like scratch. Like tawa kahan se kharide, or vim
Yeah.
bar, or fish wash kaun sa use kare, because it's very different here.
How did you manage that in the initial years?
It was difficult. You slowly have to get to know people. You know how it is when you're 24 years old. You do not care. You feel like I'm the queen of the world. I have this amazing job, a lot of bank balance. I dress up so well. I look so beautiful. It's people who have to come to me and approach me and talk to me and be friendly, and that's the case, right? Like uh, like you, when you are in that phase, people do come to you and talk to you and want to be part of whatever way. But that's not true. When I stepped in, I understood that things have changed. They were mostly women, who had grown up children. I had to go approach. uh, they would just write me off, कि इसको कुछ नहीं पता होगा, ये तो बच्ची सी है. They would not even take me seriously, even while talking. So, and then I got pregnant. So there are a lot of challenges. I tried finding a job, and I was into HR. Okay, so HR is not really like a technical field. Okay, and for expats to find a job in non-technical fields, it's a bit more difficult. Technical is still okay. India is known for IT guys all over the world. So technical is a different part, especially for the non-technical uh, part that it's really difficult to find a job. And then when I came, I went to some of these job fairs, and they and it, Malaysia that time was going through a economic turndown. Okay, like yeah, it was going through an economic turndown because of extremely low oil prices. So it was another challenge. They directly told me on face that getting an HR job in next 2 years is next to be impossible. You I was okay diversifying, but then I had turned about 24, 25, and then I wanted to start a family. So
Yeah.
without realizing, I'm the firstborn, okay, so I had no idea how it is to get pregnant and all. I hadn't seen no one. And oh my God, it was so difficult. And then, between figuring all this, key, what brand should I choose? Shampoo, se lekar, sabun, everything. So little things you need to figure out, and where to do shopping from, balancing the budget. And then we decided that, okay, possibly I could get pregnant. We should plan for a baby. And I don't know, it's a blessing, or, we consider that it would take some time, like having a baby, we would try, and it just happened. It just happened. Like it was the first time we tried, and we were like blessed with a girl later on, but it was so difficult. I was puking like 6 months, nobody could come,
Yeah.
because everybody there has commitments. I'm the eldest child, so my father is still working. So I couldn't tell anyone. I didn't want to burden anyone, And then coming here is like visa, get your visa done, and then visa has certain number of days restrictions. My in-laws couldn't come. There were a lot of issues. So yes, it's difficult. It is difficult. But then that's the choice I made. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So were you satisfied with the job you got in the other country, like compared to what you had here?
Okay, I'll come to this point now. Okay, so I had my first one and I had my second one. Okay,
Yeah.
in between, we kind of knew that we want to. Okay, we kind of knew. So I did not look for a job after my first one. I wanted to give her some time. I wanted to have second one. I wanted to, like set up a proper home, a proper because I know that I won't get help from my in-laws or from my parents as such, because they cannot, the support system cannot be from them because they have their own life which they're,
Mm-hmm.
taking care of. I can't expect them to be here. So I knew that I need to get my support system in place before stepping out. The key is to find the right people. Okay, like right now I have a helper. Okay, and I have to give her credit. It's because of her that I'm working. She's charging me average more than the average what I'm being paid. Like what's the pay for an full-time helper? I'm paying her much more, but I do not mind it. I do not mind because I know that my requirement, because the boy is only 1.5 years old, so at least till the time he starts speaking, I do not care कि घर थोड़ा सा गंदा है तो भी मेरे को चलेगा. It's about the boy needs to be, somebody needs to emotionally take care of the boy.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to be taken care of. Yeah. So I had to first of all find that support. Okay. I did not get into job till I was sure that, this is the right woman who's going to, and she didn't come into my life like usko interview kiya and she started working with me. No, she was working with me for quite a long time. I was observing her continuously. Okay, how is she with my children? What is her reaction on certain things when my daughter does or my son does. So yeah, it was step by step. Okay, I had to get my support system ready, and then I started giving my, when I thought that okay, she is the one, I started giving her subtle hints that would you be interested in working and what is the money you're looking for. And initially it was mixed reaction, and then she was kind of preparing herself that okay, I want to work with her. Then when I was clear that she's ready to, I started giving my CV all around. Okay, because I wanted to work. And it's very important to note the mid part. Okay, once my daughter was like 1.5 years old, okay, I started a meeting with local people here through NGO. The purpose was that let me not stay out of touch, let me not be confined in the walls, four walls, because
Yeah.
it gets very uncomfortable to step out after that. So, through NGOs, through a lot of other programs, whatever I found, which would help me meet new people, I just grabbed on. And
Yeah.
my husband understood, he supported. Here with another expat wife for a while, we also started the Learners Club, something called as the Learners Club. Uh, my other partner also got pregnant after about 7, 8 months of running it, and she found a job. So we had to stop it, but it was quite a successful venture. It was about children. We were doing a lot of workshops with children. They were very simple ones, like STEM workshops. But the basic idea every time was, to stay in touch with the outer world. To This is a very big problem. Once we are comfortable in the house, the husband listening to us, you know in a how a healthy marriage is, you have funds are fine, kids love you, husband loves you, you have a very kind of very easy life, and then it gets on you, it gets on, you don't want to step out after that. Like, even now everybody keeps asking me why are you doing it. I still have to go to office in these COVID times. COVID is at the all-time high, but my job demands me to go there at least thrice in a week. But I do it, and everybody keeps asking me why do you have to do it, but I know I have to do it.
Yeah.
I know I have to do it. It's now or never, because the same happened to me when the boy came, and he loves me and he keeps calling me. He just learned how to talk, so he'll keep calling me ma, ma, ma. It's heartbreaking to leave him in the morning and go. But I'm very clear with my long-term goals. I want my girl
Yeah.
to know that working is very important. I
Yeah.
want my boy to understand that he will tomorrow meet a woman and she will be working and he needs to support.
Yep.
So to be very, very honest, more than money, it's about my own identity, number one, and it's about giving a very strong message to two children that I've raised. You know, uh, and I always knew I'll be working, but in between what happened, my girl was like, "Why are you going out without daddy?" I was like, "Why? I can't go out without my daddy, without your daddy." She was like, "No, it's he who drives. It's he who earns money. How can we go without him?" So, but it was just a silly joke. But
Yeah, yeah. From a
yeah,
6-year-old.
but it also reflects, how what's the thought process going on in the child's head.
What she perceives when she sees you.
Yeah, the girl was thinking that possibly it's like it's the gender roles were being fixated in her head. That
Yeah.
it's the father's job to drive the car, to bring in money. When I first told her I'm going to start working in another 15 days, I'll have to start going to office, she was like, but that's not your job. Your job is to take care of me and stay at home. Let daddy do it. Okay. So that was the most important purpose, that let me not get very comfortable. You stop growing when you get comfortable. That we all know that. We have a lot of memes going around, out of comfort zone is growth zone. Okay. So I'm not sure what else, Ishika. I don't want to, go on and on about the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about, what's the best thing and what's the worst thing about being an expat wife? What's something that you love?
Uh, I love people. I love meeting people. So I get to meet a lot of people. I recently bought myself a traditional dress of what these women wear here, and I love it. It's beautiful. Yes, and the money. I love the money. How can I forget that? I love the money that comes in. And when it gets transferred to in, and when the remittance goes back, it's quite some money.
And what's the
Oh
worst?
yeah. And the worst is you miss family. You
Yeah.
miss family a lot. Yeah, you're given choices. You can possibly attend Diwali or you can attend Holi, but you can't attend both. So that is the time when my heart breaks. I literally have a heartbreak that time. I would love to enjoy both,
Yeah.
everything with them. So that's the worst part.
Uh,
Children
so,
being away from family is it's not something that I totally agree with. I feel grandparents are a very important part of the package when you want to give a healthy childhood to children
yeah.
to your child. Unfortunately, we are missing out on it, and especially COVID has been hard. But I hope we make up for it.
What are some tips that you'd like to give to new expat wives? Some mistakes
Well, I would like
that they won't, or any message or tip?
be open, be flexible, be open, be flexible. Do not. First thing is prioritize. How important it is. I know women who are single, who are married, but would not like to follow the husbands. And I am absolutely not judging. It was my point of view to follow him.
Yeah.
If there's a woman who can stand that, no, I don't want to, no matter how much the family persuades you to, just as much respect. That please stay there, stay there, let the husband come in, set things, and then possibly try for a job from there, you know, uh, and then follow. Another thing is be flexible with options. The world has gone global. It has truly gone global. You have plenty of options. Do not be upset about it. Just come and explore resources. Explore what you have on hand.
Great, great. You also wanted to talk about parenting tips. So, Let's
Oh, yes.
that.
So you've already given so many. See, what happens is when
Yeah.
you're a mother of two, nothing is separate. Parenting is important part of everything.
Is
It's
it
like so
important
sweet.
for you, for your children to have, knowledge about your culture, like back here, about India?
100%. Oh my God, yes, Ishika, so, so, so important. So, so, so important. We have to understand that uh, Indians are doing so well everywhere.
Yeah.
From Netherlands to US to Canada, we don't even have to say that. Smallest to the smallest place, deans, but all the high positions. I was just yesterday telling my husband, how Indians are everywhere. They're everywhere, and they're not like just everywhere. They're at good positions. They're at top positions. They are, fighting for, and the places where they are not, they will reach in another 10 years. The coming generation. But we have to see the root is the way we have been brought up. The way we have been brought up, we have been told, just struggle. I'm not completely in for of with all the, but yes, at the end of the day, it's because of the way we have been told, just go for it, go. You cannot take it lying down. My parents will still not take it. When I am now that I'm 32, they'll still not take it easy. They'll say, no, 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 do something, do, come on, push. Uh, and I think it all comes uh, it's a cultural thing. I feel, it's a
Yeah.
cultural thing. Uh, You are being taught a lot of love, kindness. We have this new word called teamwork and team spirit, but I think it all comes from us. Like it's I'm like, I don't want to turn it into a Hindu speech, but I'm not just a Hindu by religion. I'm very proud of it. And, I believe in what's being taught. I would like all these values you
In
know,
your
to be
children too.
passed on to both the children. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I do believe in, yeah.
you've already told us about, how you juggle between work and your family. But are you satisfied with the amount of time you spend with your kids?
No, Ishika, I'll be very honest. No, I'm not, very happy with the amount of time. I would love to spend some more time. But parallelly, the question is, what time? How much time is enough for you? How
Yeah,
much?
exactly.
Right. So, and my baby is 1.5. Okay, so I'm also very emotional. Okay, but if I absolutely get into it, uh, I won't be able to step out of the house.
Yeah.
To be very honest, it was only after 30 days of working that my tears had dried up. Okay, I would cry every day, and I would go to work. Because I all I knew was the short term goals should not hamper the long term goals. These were very different things, that I want to spend more time with with my children. Yes, uh, but there are some very important messages that need to be message that needs to be sent. There I want to be committed to certain financial aspects. I want to be responsible for it. That's the long term, and I would not like to miss it out. This is a different story, that the time that I have, how do I plan it? I have cameras all over my house, you know, which me and my husband, I have to give equal credit to the man. So we both monitor. You know, things have to be pre-planned. To be very honest, things have to be pre-planned. If you're ready to put in some planning, it's not difficult. You can do it. One can do it.
Great, great.
And I think technology is a boon. Let's take the advantage of it. Like cameras, and we get these fancy watches, where they can't call anybody else but only the parents, and take a picture, GPS tracking. So it's like, let's take the benefit of it, and let's make the most out of it, what we have on hands.
So when you're together, like when you get to spend time with your kids, what as a family do you do? Is there anything that, fun activity you guys do?
Nothing affects the kids more than, just lying in the bed. You know how much my 5 years old just loves. She just loves, nothing else you have to do. You have to just lie in the bed with her and listen to her talk. She's a girl, we are blessed with the ability to talk. Yeah. So she just loves it, that I can listen to her and answer all her questions. That's number one. And of course, there are board games and there are craft activities. The boy is very small, to be very honest. Okay, me just being there is enough for him. And he's also a boy. Okay, we were three sisters. Okay, so girls are like super close to my heart.
Yeah.
I was expecting when I before I had the boy, I was expecting a girl. Because I can only imagine a girl. My husband tells me that your mind only is limited to only girls. So, to be very honest, I have not explored the areas that I can do with the boy, but I try doing activities, because he's small, he loves water play, so we will do a bit of that. I would like to show him, plants, flowers when he's in my arms. But yeah, the primary thing is just hold her, hug her, and keep telling her, that I'm there, I'm there, I'm not going anywhere.
That is very cute.
Yeah, and then a lot of activities, craft activities,
Yeah.
coloring. Even I like to color and all. Yeah, a lot of craft activities. So we do that. Board games. Yeah, I'm not very fond of all the board games. I don't like chess. I'm not good at it. Okay, to be honest. So I avoid them.
What about
So I
family
avoid.
rituals? Like, we Indians do have a lot of family rituals. So, do you have anything in particular? Just like, having one meal together.
Yeah, of course. Um, I do my fast. My Fridays. I'm fasting on Fridays. Okay. So now my girl knows that how to do that puja. फ्राइडे को शाम को कैसे होनी है पूजा, क्या क्या चीजें चाहिए. So she'll be ready. uh, Meals we try to have together. But because the boy is very small, okay, and he's a clingy boy, like whatever time he has, he's a clingy little boy. So meals having together is not possible because he would not let us have in peace. He would want to be a part of it. So it's usually the father and the daughter having together, as me and the boy eating together.
That is great. That is lovely.
Yeah, and for whatever time I am at home, I try not to give to the helper, So the helper
Yeah,
also has some peace, she also needs some peace. And I also, another thing is, this is very important. I've seen a lot of Indian women getting stuck, कि अगर 12 घंटे के लिए रखा है तो 12 घंटे काम करेगी या 10 घंटे काम करेगी. You know, to take from her, you will have to equally give,
yeah,
especially when it's about your children in her hands, you know what I mean? So you have to break certain barriers, and let her uh, make her a part of your family.
exactly.
You know, I give I give my babies in her hand. I tell her every month. I tell her every month that it's because of you that I'm able to go to work. And I'm
Wow.
super thankful to you for it. It's nothing to do with money because she's my support system. All I want to say is to build a healthy support system is the primary responsibility as a spouse, as a training wife, if you want to step out. So that's
Any
the thing.
rules like you swear by with the household where you have children? Like any rules, specific rules that you believe there should be where there are children?
Have to be rules. Ishika, there has to be rules. You'll be married possibly in 6, 7 years, and you'll be having children. But trust me, there has to be a solid routine for them. All that love, pampering, hugging, kissing, everything has to be in time. Kids love routine. Why
Yeah.
kids? I think we also love routine. When I got married and I met my mother-in-law, you know how with mothers we are. We don't care about the rules. There are no rules in your mother's house. But when I got married and my mother-in-law came in, and I honestly didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I had to do everything on time. I was being tough, but at the end of 15 days, I realized that's what I'm liking it. That's what my body is liking. That's what. So I truly believe in the power of routine. Every day certain things need to be on certain time. Both of them have a fixed bedtime. Both of them have a fixed bedtime. They have a fixed food time. The meals have to be on time. The meals,
Yeah.
we of course have, not like no sugar and all that, but there's one day we have fixed, we can have crap, they can have crap, but rest 6 days it has to be healthy meals. It has to be
Definitely.
healthy
So
home
there are
cooked meals.
fun days, but then there are also days
Yeah.
you have to be
Yes.
disciplined, follow
Yes.
certain things.
Right. Right. So and we talk a lot. We discuss a lot. The girl is equally a part of choosing what she wants to eat.
Yeah.
And kids are very smart. Kids are very, they're much smarter uh, than the elders are. We just don't give them the due credit. Once I've explained the girl, why I want her to eat a certain portion of vegetables, fruit, meat, or whatever, she gets it. She keeps it in her mind, you know. And especially girls. I'm not sure about boys because I had a very less interaction with boys, and unfortunately, the boys I interacted with are not great samples. Okay, they don't easily take messages. Okay, they are like, let's follow our heart. Let's do whatever we feel like. But girls are not like that.
Yeah.
They I'm not stereotyping. I'm sure there would be girls also, not listening. But the general consensus that I came to after meeting a lot of girl boy, I would like to believe that girls are more. It's easy convincing them about something logical. They believe in it. Boys, not real. I don't know if the boy and when the boy grows up, possibly will talk again. Yeah, but then the girl is extremely sensitive, nice, sweet girl, and I teach her, and she understands, and she listens, and she knows. So yes, we do follow routine, a very solid
So by the
routine.
conversation, I've set in my mind that you are more close to your daughter than your son. Or even in the future, you'll be more close to your daughter only.
No, Eshika, don't say that. I'm already, I'm already bombarded from all the sides that
This is gonna
it's
go up, and in
it's
few years, your son's gonna watch it, and he'll come back to you saying, "Mama."
no. My husband always says this, that in our house there's gender discrimination in the other way around. It's the other way around. It's the boy who's being discriminated, but that's not true. A mother cannot discriminate. Yeah. I'm just safeguarding myself, just in case the boy comes across. He should not question me.
How do you plan on to maintaining these disciplines or rules you set when they grow up? Like in today's social media world, like the social media generation completely.
I don't think of that far, Ishika, and honestly, I'm very flexible. I will, I do believe in that, as I said, children are much smarter than the credit that we actually give them. Okay. I do believe in talking to them, listening to what they want to say, and
Yeah.
putting my point, you know. I strongly believe that children come through you,
Yeah.
but they are their own individuals. I cannot be. I'll not be responsible for them. I've seen mothers, putting food in the mouth, even when children have grown up to be 15, 16. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. I have my own life. I believe in building your own life for honestly the peace of everyone. You do not want to be, like I have seen mothers, folding clothes of their children, of their big boys, grown up children, and I honestly believe it's their own self-defense mechanism. They are not doing it for their children. They are doing it
Yeah.
because they
Being
don't want to be.
independent is very important.
Yeah, yeah. And they keep saying, "Oh, करता नहीं है, oh, करता नहीं." The truth is, कि आप छोड़ दो, वो करेगा, आप छोड़ दो. The truth is, they want to fill up their own. They want to prove कि हम worth हैं अभी भी.
Yeah.
हमारी जरूरत है. We continuously keep on doing things to prove that. So no, I'm not doing it. And I do believe in कि उनके अपने thoughts होंगे. They will have their own. They're smart. बहुत ही होशियार होते हैं बच्चे. I'll repeat this again and again. They are much smarter than the credit that we give to them. I'm sure they will have their own very strong opinions and absolute respect for it. We will discuss and we will come up with a common ground.
That is great. That is great.
They may not agree with what I feel, and I may not agree with it, but we can always have a middle ground, a common ground.
Yeah.
But the thing is, parenting is very challenging. And abhi to main badi baatein bol rahi hu, but it's actually when the real time comes that I will understand, how easy, difficult it is for me and for them. But right now, touch wood, things are great.
Things are great. That is great. That is great. Is there anything else that you'd like to, throw some light on, talk about yourself?
Work on yourself, mommy. To ladies, out there, do not stop working on yourself. Do not get comfortable. Take care of yourself, physically, mentally. Even if sometimes you feel, sometimes I feel that I'm ignoring my child. The boys continuously saying, "Mama, mama, godi le lo, godi le lo, godi." But when I feel that I'm down, I do not care. I'll just call my helper. I'll tell her that hold the boy, and I'll take a break. Because I need it. I
Yeah.
need to. I'm somebody who has very high energy, okay, and I rarely feel low. But when I feel low, I know I need to cut it, go back to somewhere, have some alone time, recharge, and come back.
Yeah.
So do not put yourself on back burner is a primary message which Indian women tend to do a lot. Stay updated is number two. Stay updated.
Yeah.
I've seen this, kids do not want to talk to you if they do not feel that you have to be a step ahead of them in knowing things. If they come up with a term and they ask you a question, you don't have the right answer, or you just try to, push it under the carpet, uh, they stop valuing you. Unfortunately, that's the that's the what that's the quality of that age. It comes with age. With one question we feel like, mummy ko to kuch pata hi nahi hai. So stay updated, take care
Yeah.
of yourself is what I would like to say. Yeah. Even when everything was shut down, I had no job, nothing. Whatever opportunity I would go get, to go out. I was teaching in a refugee NGO. The purpose was, of course, to do some good job, but to be
Yeah.
very honest, it was about stepping out of the house and meeting people. I There were a lot of things. I was continuously doing one or the other thing, and I would suggest the same. Just stay in touch with the world outside. Stay in the These kids will grow up. These kids will grow up very quick. It would be you left alone after that to build your life. If you do not start from now, when you're young and energetic, it would be more difficult after.
All right. To end this, so since the show is all about empowering women, what is the one message you'd like to convey from your side to all the women out there?
Ishika, unfortunately, just a very in recent times, I got to know a very nice, bright, sweet friend of mine. Uh, um, you know, is facing troubles in the marriage. And so possibly if that would not have been the case, my message would have been very different. But all the women out there who are facing issues, uh, uh, you know, where they are questioning their self-esteem कि मैं इसके लायक हूँ कि नहीं, ये जो एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल अफेयर हो रहा है या जो मेरा हस्बैंड मेरे को मिसट्रीट कर रहा है, इट्स मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ मी, कमी मेरे अंदर है, इट्स नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ यू.
Of
It's
course not.
that man who needs to put his ducks in a row, who needs to put his shit together. Uh, you know, so all the women out there, if you're going through any
Yeah.
kind of abuse, physical, mental, it's not you, it's the other person, and he needs to owe it. Do not question your self-esteem out there. Moreover, as you already know, Ishika, that how biased I'm towards my daughter, but it's not only the daughter. I really believe that women across are beautiful. you know they're amazing. So all these women out there, you're amazing. I'm not sure how can I personally help.
Every woman is beautiful in their own beautiful.
Yeah, true, very very true. Be it look wise, how do they look, how do they carry, what do they wear. I'm so amazed. How did God create. I'm so amazed. The way they create, the way they behave, the way they talk, the way they handle things. I'm in pure amazement. I'm like, wow.
Great.
Okay, Eshika, I will end it now.
It was lovely talking to you, ma'am. Lovely having you on the show.
Yes, Eshika, same here. It was so good talking to you. I hope we get to talk again.
Definitely, we will. So, thank you for
Sure.
being on the show, talking about everything. And we loved that you shared your experiences with us. And now these experiences will further help women out there.
Yes, Ishika, I hope so. I really hope so. Say hi to Simran as well and good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night. Take care.